What's up, board fam? Eric here. I just want to have a chat with you guys, just a little chat about the channel, some of the content on the channel, some of the stuff that's been going on in videos. I'm seeing a few comments from people, and I want to address those comments here so you guys we're on the same page with all of this. I'm seeing a lot of people who are wondering why I'm not giving concessions to some of these channels, why I'm not giving them credit for being honest sometimes, why I'm not giving them shout outs when they're not doing awful things. And the reason why is there is no net benefit to coddling or conceding or acknowledging or shouting out good behavior from these channels. They've been doing this, some of these channels, they've been doing this for a decade. They've been doing it for a decade. And a lot of the rhetoric that they have been putting out there has led the United States to be in the position it's in right now with all the stuff we're dealing with. And these guys are complicit in it. They have made money off of it. They have gamed the YouTube algorithm to shape culture online. And you see this all over the place. Like, I'm not trying to give these guys too much power. We're not doing that over here. But they contributed to it in a big way. We see like some of the media outlets like Screen Rant and Hollywood Reporter and Variety, Deadline, every once in a while dipping their toes in this kind of content, this outrage content that these guys have sort of cultivated. And again, they've been doing it for a while. And in 2025, I started to push back a little bit harder. I started to call them out and meet them, match energy, meet them on the field where they are. And the reason why is shaming them doesn't work. You know, when they go low, we go high and then we shame them. It doesn't work. Radical empathy doesn't work. I see these channels out there trying to do that. Reaching across the aisle to the creators doesn't work. Those things do not work. They haven't worked for a long time. And I know a lot of the guys out there that I've associated with still believe that there's something they can do to, you know, going higher than these guys or what. Like, it's just not. I'm sorry. It's not moving the needle for these channels. These guys don't care. They're here to make money and reinforce the biases of the viewers they have managed to retain. And we know that their content is declining. We already know this. I've already done it. I've done the videos on it. Check my receipts. It's all there. The math is there. We know this. So coming out of 2025 into 2026, I have decided that it is match energy only. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going at them the same way they've been going at us. I'm going to be doing the kind of things they're doing, except I'm going to be doing it in a positive way. If they're going to call content woke, yeah, fuck, it's woke. Great, give me more woke shit. Give me more gay shit. Give me more movies and TV shows with black people in it. Give me more movies, TV shows, and video games with women in it. I'm just going to own all of that, and I'm going to use it to push back against the kind of garbage that these guys do. And when it comes to their content, if I'm watching one of their videos, and they're like, it's a predator in the Predator movie. Well, fuck. You're being honest. Am I going to give you credit for honesty? That's a low fucking bar. At the very least, if you are a critic, and I'm using that term very loosely, if you're a critic, you should be honest about the stuff that you're watching and reviewing. So I'm not going to give you a shout out or a cookie or a fist bump or invite you over for pizza because you were honest for once in a video. When you, like 99% of the time, you're a piece of shit outrage grifter, but once in a while, you say something that's true. I'm not giving them credit for that. Fuck that. It's not happening. And I know some people don't vibe with that. It might not be the kind of content you want to make. It's not, maybe you feel a little uncomfortable about it, but you don't have to be comfortable with it. I am totally comfortable with it. Now, let me explain my reasoning for all this, because I think just saying they've been doing it for a long time and that we know that this is the kind of stuff they put out there willingly to make money off of it, I think we all know that. But let me explain my own personal position on why, because I think it's really important. I will be 50 years old in March. I will be a 50-year-old man in March. I have been fighting for queer rights since the 90s. And we had finally gotten into a position in the early 2010s where there wasn't a lot of bigotry and government oppression for people being queer. We had trans people finally getting some of the things that they need to enjoy life, to live, to exist. And then we had this weird pocket of society that these guys existed in that came in and started trying to snatch all of that away from my community. We haven't had marriage equality in this country for a long time. Now, some of the states had it for a while, but federally, we haven't had it for a long time. And I marched and went out and advocated for this at a state level and a federal level. I fought really fucking hard for this. And I'm not going to sit back and spend the remainder of my life watching them strip all of that away from us. I refuse to be a part of that. I refuse to. A lot of the folks that I associate with, they're allies in all of this. And of course they want to help. But the stakes are really fucking high for me. I have a partner. I have a family. I have extended family. I want to do things. I want to be able to travel and live my life without fear of being in some situation that could take that away from me. And so for me, it's more than just, oh, they told the truth in one video. No, these channels, these content creators are a net negative to the fandom, full stop. And they have been a part of the cultural shift that we're dealing with now that is enacting governmental policies that are coming after us. Back when it was just here on YouTube, yeah, it was cool. We could argue back and forth about Star Wars and shit like that. But now it's gotten to the point where the Supreme Court is weighing in on issues with the trans community, with the gay community that could actually affect our lives, while these fucks sit on the internet and don't have to worry about any of it because it was never about them in the first place. So for me, the stakes are really fucking high. And there's a lot of people that I associate with that the stakes aren't the same for them. Do they want to be an ally and not see any harm come to my community? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, they might go, you know what? I've done enough of this. I don't have to do any more. I can walk away from it. Guess what? We don't get that option. I don't get that option. I don't get the option to pack it up and call it a day. Because I'm still going to be a gay person at the end of the day. And I'm still going to have to exist in this world. So all the straight cisgender people out there who think that I might be pushing a little bit too hard on this, there's too much at stake for me. So I'm going to match the energy from these channels. I'm going to meet them on the same battlefield that they're on. And I'm going to fight really fucking hard in 2026. And I'm not pulling punches. I'm not going to watch what I say. I'm not going to give them credit for just being honest. Again, that's the bare minimum. And a lot of times it's bad faith anyway. I'm not going to do it. I owe it to myself, and I owe it to all of you out there who support this channel to fight really fucking hard and call this shit out when I can. At every chance that I can. Even with my busy life, sitting down and reacting to 1 or 2 videos a week is enough for me to fuck with the algorithm. We've already seen it. We've seen the effects of it. These guys are not unbeatable. They're not unstoppable. We're watching in real time how these channels are slowly losing the relevance that they had. The math backs it up, and what we're seeing culturally backs it up. People in my comment section that have broken away from these channels tell me that what we are doing does matter, and it does make a difference. Tone policing doesn't work for anyone. It doesn't. People out there who are a bit more active, who are a bit more radical, are the ones that are fighting hard for the rights that people who are more passive in all of this get to experience. And I'm not saying you got to kiss people's asses. I'm not saying you got to suck people's dicks for this. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that you tone policing people who are fighting really hard is a net negative to the community when all you have to do is show a little bit of support. That's it. All you have to do is be there to support the people who are on the front lines fighting. And so I promise you guys in 2026, I'm making this promise to you. I'm going to try everything I can to go as fucking hard as I can in this space to make sure that I am doing my best to call out all of the bad faith, all the bad actors, all of the scammers, all of the grifters, everyone that I can, so that I am at least doing something, because YouTube refuses to do it. YouTube refuses to enforce their terms of service. YouTube refuses to change the algorithm for the better. They're refusing to do this. This is all we have. Channels like myself and other channels out there that call this stuff out. This is all we have in this space because YouTube, who owns the platform, refuses to enforce their own terms of service. And so in 2026, that's it. That's it for me. There's too much at stake. So anybody that's in my comment section wondering why I'm going so hard on these guys, why I'm saying cry more and being a little bit more bold and abrasive, it's because I'm fed up. I'm fed up with these channels. I'm fed up with the behavior. I'm fed up with them coming in and trying to fucking take things away from the queer community. I'm fed up with it. I'm done with it. And so if you have any opinions on this, I'm not mad at you. If you don't agree with me, if you're somebody that's like, we should go higher when they go lower, I'm not mad at you for feeling that way. And in a situation where things weren't as fucking important as they are right now, I'd tend to agree with that. I would tend to agree with that. But I just don't think we have the luxury of that anymore. I don't think that's an option anymore. We're watching things, and I'm talking specifically about the United States, the country that I live in. We're watching things getting stripped away from us. We're watching rights get trampled on. All of these things are happening, and there are people sitting around still hoping for the best. I want to reach across the aisle. Let's show a little bit of radical empathy to these people. You can't do that. And even if you don't hate those folks on the other side, you cannot let them stop you from protecting yourself and protecting your best interest. You cannot. We have bots we're dealing with on Twitter. We have all of these fucking really rich people trying to control every platform out there. The stakes are too high. And I need you guys to understand that. And I love you all. I appreciate all the support, all the thumbs up, all the comments. And trust me, when I am out here doing this, and I'm the face of this, and I'm taking all the attacks, and I'm doing all the things that I'm doing this because I want to protect my family, and I want to protect your family. I want you guys to also be able to live, love, and be safe in this country, and ultimately this world. And I think it's that important. I do. I think this is that important. And I know some people might not feel that way, but I feel that way, and I can promise you a lot of people that watch my content and watch content like mine also feel that way. And it is valid, and I think it's really, really important that we remember to not let the bullies get the best of us. If I've got to go up against the bullies and I have to bully the bullies, then that's me. Let me do that. All I need from y'all is support. That's it. I can go out there, I can say what I want to say, I can make the videos, I can make the posts, I can do all that stuff, I can debunk everything. Just give me the support and let me do it. Let me do it. Let me be on the front lines for you. Okay? Again, love you guys. Take care. Have a great week, and leave any of your thoughts on this down below.